What up, what up, what up?
Hello, hello, hello.
How's it going?
Good. Why
Happy
is my
Black
picture
History
not
Month.
showing up?
I know, it was weird.
It was there before.
Yeah, and I know I've seen
We can play music. Ali.
Hmm.
Hey, Amy.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good.
But what do the text reveal? Justin Valjean shared what he really said about Blake's body after baby number 4 and his new claims.
Bernadette,
On Frontier Puppy Dance with us on
Hello.
how's it going?
It's going.
I think that's the consensus for all of us right now.
Yay.
Nominee Carla Sofia.
Asia, Disha.
Yeah.
Hello.
Prince Harry facing possible deportation. His immigration controversy as he's accused of lying about doing
Who was that?
big surprising Megan just got for Billie Eilish.
Yeah, Bernadette's back
Oh,
on. You're fine.
You fine.
Yeah, you're totally fine. Just give it a couple seconds, people to hop on. There's Erica. Here comes Jess. Welcome. Hey, Erica. Hey, Jess.
howdy.
Birthday girl.
Oh.
Jess.
Oh,
Belated birthday, I should say.
me.
You're right.
I'm trying to, I forgot to switch my camera from my work computer.
I'll get started. I'm just going to give it another second or two before we get started. Might be a small group tonight. I know this was a lot, but I was glad you brought it up, Jess, to like take it in snippets and start it because that was perfect. Like I literally after I would work out, I put my shower speaker on and just listened to it as I was in the shower every morning and get one chapter in, and it was a good start to every day. Um, so with that, we're gonna talk about Black Liturgies by Cole Arthur Riley, prayers, poems, and meditations for staying human. And I felt like it was much needed, especially during the month of January. All hell has broke loose in the world. It feel like the final days are here on Earth. It has been
Every
some.
day is some more mess.
It is every single day.
And it's unnecessary. I mean, we already know it's unnecessary, but then
Yeah.
they flip every
Yeah.
day. They
Yeah.
say one thing and then they say something else. Like,
I
we
was stressed when
expect
we
this.
talked about the financial aid. Oh my God. I was like, okay, listen, I'm almost 47. I will be up in somebody's strip club so my son can finish his education. I was so
Mhm.
stressed.
Man, I was doing the calculations. I'm like, his ass will be out of office before my kids like go off to college. And then
You
also
hope.
doing the same thing.
You
Yeah.
hope. You hope because
You
they're
hope, right.
trying.
Yeah, and unless something changes. And then also just working in financial aid um, in my state agency. Like that's what we do. So I'm like imagining all of the questions and things that we're gonna get from parents, and do we need to make a statement? Yeah, it's all bad. Everything is every day. It's something, and like the people that voted for him, it's just like y'all didn't see how this was going to trickle down and impact you, and you wanted to believe his lies. Even the Shein stuff, like I just find, I mean, it's not hilarious because I shop there too, but even just like little things like that, like people weren't thinking about that. So yeah,
Now
it's
he wants to now he wants to take over Gaza and rebuild there. California needs to be rebuilt. Let him start with California and then worry about everything else.
yeah.
They backtracked that today.
Oh,
They
Yeah,
tried
they did. He backtrumps
There it
something every day. That's been
every
every
day.
day.
they toss it out there to see
But the
what the
reaction,
reaction is gonna be,
yeah,
which is so stupid, and then they pull it back.
I
yeah,
think that one, he spoke way out of any kind of
Yeah. I don't think he
whatever. And
talked to
so,
nobody.
yeah,
Yeah.
and that press secretary today was like, well, actually.
it's been a lot of well, actually, it's like just don't even think about doing it in the first place. How about that? So you don't have to retract it.
Exactly.
That part.
Because the stress right now is just, it's too much.
I will say
But that's what he likes.
I went to
It's
see
about
oh Lord, why I forget her name already. Imani Perry last night.
Oh,
And
yeah,
she
yeah.
said this is they're conditioning us to be hyper alert and feel incompetent and not know what to do, and we cannot accept that conditioning. That's the design and the strategy is to confuse you, to not give you something to focus on, to figure out which fire you got to try to put out. That's the whole point of it all. And to make you feel incompetent.
But it's actually making them look incompetent.
Mm-hmm.
Mm,
to the
yeah.
people
They don't care.
because his followers are like, oh, they trying they what is it? They move the goalpost with every little thing that he does. So it's
Yep. And just imagine if it was anybody else, any Democratic
yeah,
president,
yep.
like, yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. But yeah, this book was very timely, very needed. I felt like when choosing this, it was going to be a good one. It was a lot. It was a lot to take in. So like for me, it's one of those where I'll have to revisit over and over again, especially
Mhm.
the more themed ones. But I remember just taking a lot of notes and highlighting stuff, and um some of them were just so timely. Um did anybody do the audio?
I
Mm-mm.
did.
I listened to it. Yeah.
It was good. Yeah, I liked listening to it. I liked her voice, her
I did
narration.
not. I tried the
I didn't
audio
like it either.
and I didn't like her voice.
Really?
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
I only liked her voice on the inhale, exhale parts.
Yeah, breathe in or whatever. Yeah,
But
yeah.
outside of that, I was like, okay, I can't focus.
What was it about her voice? It was just too.
Mhm.
Okay.
Monotonous.
Mm.
It seemed too slow. Even when I sped it up, it seemed real slow.
I usually do 1.5 always for all books.
I put it on 2.25.
Oh,
Wow.
wow.
But with her subject matter, it's not to me. For me, it wasn't the kind of book you could read fast and just not remember anything. Well, not like I remembered all that much
Yeah.
anyway. But
Yep.
still, there was some. It needed to be said so you could take it. For me to take it in.
Yeah, that's how I feel too. Like I felt like the audio, that's why I felt her voice was like soothing to me in a way. It was for the
Mm-hmm.
subject and what it was to be prayers, and um I think it paired well. That's just me though.
I did like it during the exercises, like what you said when she's
Mhm.
inhaling and exhaling. Like, yeah, it worked for me then.
Yeah. On the other parts, I just said, okay, I just need to read. I didn't finish it, unfortunately, but
I didn't.
It's a lot. And
I will finish it, but too much
for
going
me,
on.
it probably would have been a lot to not do it with the audio. And I do a mix of, the ebook and the audio
Mm-hmm.
simultaneously. But I think if I had to read that by itself, it probably would have been tougher for me to um take it all in. I don't know.
I usually
Audiobooks.
do both, but in this case, I was like, okay, I, for whatever reason, I just did better with this one, just reading it and not listening, because her voice was, I don't know, too mellow, I
Yeah.
guess.
It's like a devotional. So, we're so used to like reading,
Yeah.
Mhm.
listening. Yeah. So I didn't finish either by design though. I've decided to,
Same.
like
Snippet.
let me slow
Yep.
down. I was never I wanted to read the seasonal ones actually, in
And
the
season. Yeah.
so
Yeah.
what I
That
did,
was
I really enjoyed.
Yeah. That was the best approach, honestly. Taking it in snippets. Like, I don't know that, like, if I had to read that consecutively days, like, I just don't know if I would have made it. Like, it would have been a lot to just take in.
Because how do you, I mean, you kind of need to process each one.
Yep.
So,
Right.
and what I
Yep.
was doing was like the one a day, and then I was reading like Christmas, because I started reading it in like whenever you
Earlier.
announced it, I guess.
Yeah.
And then I did Kwanzaa, Epiphany, and I read through the other ones enough to say, okay, I finished the book, but I
Yeah.
do have a plan to go back, like on Ash Wednesday,
Yep. Same.
for
Mother's Day,
Lent.
Father's Day, all of those different, yeah.
Mhm.
Dusk, dawn.
I did Epiphany because I'm a January 6th, take my Christmas down, put my Mardi Gras up. So I read the Epiphany one that morning. But I thought they were good, and like you said, they were timely. And I circled the ones that hit me the hardest. Like, ooh, I need to come back to these.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to come back to these one day.
Yeah, there was a lot of Goodreads notes,
Yeah,
highlights throughout the book.
like right, yeah, there you go.
Look at yours, Asia. Hold yours back up again. Look at all her tabs.
All tabbed up.
Yeah, I feel like I need a physical copy because I bought the ebook and I'm like, I need to buy the book and I need some stickies because
Yeah.
I'm highlighting stuff, but it's just not the same. So I'm probably going to end up buying the book.
Yeah.
I
Can I
would
It's
say how
very
thick
pretty
that
with the
is
print.
again, Asia? Sorry. Can I say how thick that book is again?
um,
Oh, okay. That's not too bad. Okay. Thank you.
so
Okay.
my only con with the physical book is the print color. I'm like, who decided on this print color?
Sepia.
Oh yeah, because it's like, I don't even know if y'all could see that. It's like a light brown.
It's like when you put it on the sepia font on your
Yeah.
Kindle.
Oh.
Oh,
Which I do that sometimes.
Is
I
it
did. I
hard
was
to
reading in the
see?
nail shop like that.
Is it hard to see?
It's not as bold as a regular print book, I would say. It's a little
Okay.
harder.
I need to see real good.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I know mine's hard to see, but there it is.
Okay.
It looks actually darker, I think, on your
Yours was
page than it
darker.
does.
Oh, could be the light. Yeah.
Yeah, because let me see. Now I'm opening the book and you can barely even see these
Barely
words.
even
No,
see.
it's
You're
funny.
right.
I
Yeah.
didn't even
Yeah.
notice until y'all said that because I was looking at it from the ebook. So the text is
Mhm.
all going to be the same ink.
right.
But yeah, I didn't even notice that until y'all just said that.
Because I was saying too, I would, buy the book, but not like yeah. My eyes is old.
Yeah.
I think you could still get it. I mean, you can see it, but if you're not going to be reading it straight through, you're going to be reading,
Snippets. Yeah, I think
a
you'll be
couple
okay.
pages at a time. It might be okay.
But I feel
I
like,
like it
but I
like this.
feel like if I want to read a whole bunch at one time, I should be able to without halfway going blind.
Mhm. I had my lamp turned dead on the top of it, like.
Me too. I
See?
had the little clip-on lamp on the little clip-on light on the book because
I
I
don't know if she did that.
I don't know if I've ever seen a book like that before.
I
Like
haven't.
with a
I was
different.
like, is this
I
a
don't think
miss?
I have either.
I went to look at the Amazon reviews. Like, did somebody say something about
Uh-huh.
One person. That's too funny.
Yeah. Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Makes a good
Same.
coffee table book.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It is. Just going through the chapters, see if any but I mean there's literally something for everything if you're feeling rage. Like and that's what I love about how it's broken down. Fear. Because I had a friend yesterday that one of these, I sent her one as like a snippet of something in here because she was I think it was belonging. she's just she's a, she's a mom, she's a newborn and a toddler, and she's just like having one of those days where it's just like, what is going on with my life? Where am I? Kind of, where do I fit? What is going on? And so I sent her a screenshot of some of those words, but I love how it's broken down.
I'm looking at lament, and I had a friend who tragically lost her brother around the time I was reading that one. And it got me when she said, what does it mean to be present to the pain of another? How do we keep ourselves from rushing to trite platitudes and promises that we have no right to utter? We must become honest about the fact that usually when we are attempting to resolve someone else's pain, it is not for their comfort, but for our own. And I was like, ooh.
That's true.
And I had told her, I said, look, if you need a place, a judgment-free zone to talk about this, because she was very angry about it. He took his own life. But I said, I'm not gonna hit you with toxic positivity and whatever. And then I read this and she was like, Jess, that's the best offer I've gotten this week. Like to just, everybody's like, oh, it's in God's hands as well. She's like, no, I am pissed off at him. I can't believe he did this.
Yeah, because it's very selfish act when people think of,
And she was just like, she just needed that space to just rage about it.
When
I was
she
like,
said she can't believe he did this, she's talking about her brother, right?
yeah.
Oh, okay, making sure.
But she was angry, and she needs to be able to do that. And I was thinking about that people were comforting her in a way that made them feel comfortable to not have to see her be upset, you know?
Yeah. But I feel like we do that after talking to a couple of people who are in the grieving stage. We do that in every instance. We give out platitudes, cliches, and I hear they make people very angry. My father was very upset every time I said to him, I'm sorry for your loss. When my sister passed. So certain things we say, we think we're making the person feel better. We're not. We're not. Be there for them. Give them a hug.
Yep.
Listen to them vent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't read the book, but I always take the stance of different strokes for different folks, and understanding some people are not comfortable talking about death. I've shared with some people in the group, I lost a brother to suicide, and I don't think anything he did was selfish. I immediately thought, I hope my brother found peace, the peace that this world never gave that Black man. I believe my brother is at peace. I think he has the biggest, most beautiful wings. And I also shared this with somebody, but and having a friend who attempted to commit suicide, and I said to him, don't do it, hang on for your family. And he said, what if my death is my utopia? You keep telling me to do this for them. What if it's my utopia? And years later, when my brother killed himself, that was my thought, like, I can't be mad, because what if he found his utopia? So, but people didn't know what to say. And then I've even had to say to people kept saying, hang in there. Well, my brother hung himself. Like, don't say that to me.
Don't say that,
So,
right.
but people just don't know. And I choose to go based on their intentions, that you might not have the right words, but that you cared enough to say something or to offer some comforting words. I just think that's more important, because everybody feels differently and processes the pain differently.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a great perspective, because yes, like if it was someone close to me, I would initially be like, for selfish reasons of my own, like, you're gone now and you're not here. But also, like, again, the pain that they're going through, we have no idea what that is to live in that day to day. So great.
And I think for her in those first few days, it was just that shock of, and they were twins.
Shock and anger. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And they were twins. So I think it was just like,
That's a whole nother level.
what does,
different kind of connection too. Yeah, it's like you're losing a part of you. I get that too. Yeah.
And both of their parents are deceased. And so it was just the two of them. And she was like, are you kidding me?
Wow.
But she has
left
very much, like you said, Erica, and I think, who was it? Regina King said, she was like, I wasn't living the life that he was living. I was living my side of it, but I wasn't on his part of it. And so, yes, I'm upset, but that was my son's decision, But I think that part in that, like you said, it's different strokes, because you got to know Like you don't know what to say to somebody, so just be there for 'em if you don't know what to say.
Yeah.
And what I
Right. And
said to
I
her
think
was,
it's
I'm gonna listen to whatever you gotta say, I'm gonna hear what you have to say, and you can say it to me and not feel like you gotta cover anything up.
and I think that's special that you gave her that safe space because that's hard to say I'm angry.
Mhm.
That's very hard to say I'm mad at you for leaving. And so it's
Mhm.
good that she had that space that she could be transparent with you. And I for me in that situation, my brother was a registered nurse. And I felt like if there was anybody that would have known a gentle way to go, it was my brother. And he didn't go gentle. He hung
Mhm.
himself. But not only did he do that, he scrubbed his phone, he scrubbed his email because he didn't want we have different moms. He didn't want his mom to be the person notified. And I thought if he did it with that much intention, he wanted this.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
Regardless of what I thought, if I thought hang on for better days or this isn't right or what the afterlife could be, I felt like he made it clear this is what he wanted. And who
Mhm.
am I to say that he can't write the ending to his own story? But it took me having that conversation with that guy when he said, "What if it's my utopia?" Because I kept thinking, "You're the oldest of three brothers. How could you leave them?" And he said, "I've done everything for them. I can't keep hanging on for them. What about me?" And I had to
Mhm.
be like, "You're right." And it was like maybe 6, 7 years later when my brother died, I thought of that conversation. It really helped me to get through it.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yep.
Great perspective. Mm, Just looking. Think I remember loving the love chapter, like the last few ones. Joy, Rest was a good one too, which is one I'll probably come back to frequently
Oh,
because
I
the
was told you I was napping right before this.
I need a nap.
Sometimes you just gotta sleep.
Yeah.
And you wake up and you're like, yep, same shit show.
Yeah. We're still stuck here. It's crazy world. Any other thoughts? I know it's hard to like pinpoint stuff on there because this book was just there was so much, but
Yeah.
I'd
overall,
like to know more about her. I
Yeah,
mean,
I
yeah, I
want.
want to know more about her. Like, I want a memoir or something because I'm kind of fascinated by how she came to do this book. And then some of the parts and pieces of herself that she's put just I'm about halfway through.
okay.
Um, I'm just like, what led you here or what? Yeah. So I want to know more about her. So I need to see if I can find out more about her.
Wasn't she was dealing with some sort of illness.
Well, in
Mhm.
there's an entrance there. She talks a lot about why she did this specifically, but
And
yeah,
wasn't there some like depression or
yeah,
something with that
yep.
as well? Yeah.
There is some
She
depression.
she does have another book, and I had started reading it a long time ago called This Here Flesh. It's over there somewhere, and it may have more memoir in it than this one
Yeah, I
does.
need to look her up.
Yeah, she's saying it wasn't a remedy to her depression, but it was an anchor, something that kept me from drifting helplessly into my own interior current. But yeah, that's a
And
little
then
Yeah,
bit.
she
the way
like
she
started on her phone and her partner would just bring her like food and stuff from her bed. She was or something. Am I making that up?
No, she did, and then sometimes she said she would have to type in the dark. Like she was like, I
Yep.
don't even
Yeah.
know
Yeah, the
where
light.
these
Yeah.
words are gonna be on this page
Yep.
because my eyes cannot
Take the
Mm-hmm.
light.
take
Yeah.
the light, but I've got to write this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
would be good. I would read it for sure.
had a question on that. I feel like she said something about she was on a carousel or merry-go-round with her brother, and then she talks about her sister and her father going out to McDonald's or something, and she was questioning whether what was in the cup was milk. So does she have a brother and a sister, or does she just have a sister? And maybe I misunderstood the first time.
No, I don't know. I don't remember.
I don't remember that either.
I
Okay.
remember the part about the milk that she was
Yeah, I
afraid to drink the
remember
milk.
the part about the milk too, because it's like that's her questioning. That's where her questioning everything came or started.
Hmm.
I don't remember.
Okay, I'll try to go back and listen to that again, because I swear she said something about a brother, because she was playing with him, and then she was like, basically like, why can't you be a boy?
I
And then
remember that
and then
part
it
about,
kind of ended
yeah,
there.
yeah.
And
I
then she
remember
talked
seeing
about his
that.
sister later, and I was like, okay, I'm confused.
She might
Because
have
that's
both.
where
It
she
might
got a
have been.
nickname or something.
Right.
Did he call her Nick or
He
something like
called
that?
her Cole. He called her Cole.
Cole, Cole, that's right.
And that's how she signed her name, Cole.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, one story just might have been about one of them, and the other story was about the other one. Because I do remember it was the sister with the milk.
Mm-hmm.
But why didn't she want to drink it? What happened? She thought it was,
They were at a restaurant, and you know how the to-go cups, you
and
can't
she
see
couldn't
through
see
or
it.
whatever. Yeah, she
Yes.
couldn't see it. So when the waitress brought it back, she was like, well, how do I know that's milk?
Yes, that's right.
And then even when her dad took the top off, she was like, well, it could be something else white. She's like, unless her dad's hard, because I'd have been like, drink it or don't drink it. I don't
Look,
care.
that's what Lord knows who to make a parent and not, because I probably would have snatched it from her. So give it in,
Right.
and I'll drink it.
Watched her sister drinking and was like, oh, okay.
Looking up the description of the other book that she has to see.
Did she say somewhere that she went to church with the, I'll call them evangelicals at some
She
point?
was Episcopalian. Did she
Yeah.
say that?
Yeah, I'm saying them instead of us.
Gotcha. I think so.
Tease.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Because I don't know, I don't remember why, but I just got the impression it's kind of like Lecrae and other artists and individuals who go towards that left-leaning church, and then they show them what they really think about them, and then they come back, or they learn exactly where they're supposed to be, and then it resulted, I guess, in this book. And maybe I'm just imagining that because it just seems that way to me.
Mm-hmm.
I
It
think
just
that's what
seems that way, that she started out one way and was like, I don't really fit in here, and they don't really care about me either. And I need some liturgies for my people.
Yep. No, that's the impression I got too, that she appreciated the tradition, but there was something that just wasn't quite hitting on it for her, so she needed her own.
Look at Kim trying to come in here.
Oh.
Hey, Kim.
Hey, girl, hey.
She made it. She made it.
You on mute still, Kim. If you
Okay.
talk.
She in the office.
It's not.
Oh, she must be talking to somebody else.
Yeah. Yep. It would be cool to see other versions of this too. Even something maybe for like teens or younger generations too, so that they could relate to it. Not necessarily from her, but because I just think these are good things to lean on or have something to turn to. I mean,
Yeah, like a subject matter type of, the same way that she structured hers.
yep.
Kind of like for them spoken word.
Yeah. Yep. Any other
Did you
thoughts?
oh,
Go ahead.
am I- yeah, it does seem like she's saying that this other one she weaves stories from 3 generations, but I don't know if
Yeah.
that means she's giving much of her own.
It's so I have the ebook. It's kind of similar, like subject matter. I haven't read it, but the chapters are, can y'all see it?
Oh, broken down. Yep. Dignity. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Place
Okay.
wonder. Huh.
What's the name of the book? I may have it myself. Y'all know how I do.
This here flesh.
Look,
You have it?
I'm gonna look and see. I hope I don't.
I need to look.
I have the hard copy, I know. I don't think I have the Kindle.
I don't think I do. But you never know. I say that with a lot of books and then boom.
I just started that one.
Nope, I don't have it.
Do you like it so far?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good.
Depending on how this presidency continues, I might need to dive into this one too
Yeah.
next week.
Yeah.
Cause Lord.
I've kind of made that like my morning, well, added it to my already too long morning rituals. But I started, I guess in like July. I was like, oh, I'm just gonna take a book and break it up of self-help, motivation, whatever. Break it up. And I did Iyanla's 40-day, my soul just opened up. That was a 40-day. And I think after I finished that one, no, it wasn't this one. I did After the Rain by Alexandra L.
Yes.
And then I did this one. And then Oprah had A New Earth. So I did that one like in January. And then I started, I'm in too many book clubs, but I'm in like a bibliotherapy book club that only meets quarterly. And it's with a therapist. And the February book is Alexandra L's How We Heal. And so it's like we meet like every Monday just for a month.
Yeah.
So that's my February book of like go through. And that one has a lot of journal entries and thoughts and stuff to like journal these questions and all. So it's always good for like a morning routine kind of thing of like, okay, I'm gonna take 20 minutes and go through these pages and
yeah.
I do not have a morning routine like that because I'm trying to get out the house. And I don't want to wake up any earlier than I
if I had to get out of the house, my routine, because my routine lasts way too long. Some days I'm like, girl, you got to move on now. You got to go.
You gotta put your routine on a timer.
I do. I tell that lady, because I can't say her name because she's gonna start talking and she's gonna set a timer. But I tell her set a timer for 25 minutes and then I'll start. I have to do that because if not, I'll be. And it's not the routine part. It's me checking Facebook and me looking up and me like, oh, I need to pay that bill. I need to.
That's why some people at certain times they prefer the Kindle, because when you're on your iPad or whatever, those things are gonna pop up and you go over there for 1 second and then you stay there and forget to go back where you're supposed to be.
Go down a rabbit hole. Yeah.
And that's most of the books I have, except for now, what I say, How We Heal.
Yep.
All of the rest of the ones that I've done for the morning have been a physical book. So I sit here with a pencil and leave my phone in the other room.
Yeah.
With access to my phone, it doesn't matter if it's a Kindle or not. Like if I have if the thought pops up in my head, I'm going to pick up my phone.
Let me go check that.
Can you
try to just write a sticky note when stuff pops up and I'm doing something else, and I write a sticky note and not do it. That lasted for like 2 days.
But can y'all try like putting it in another room for an hour and don't get it until that timer goes off?
That's what I've been doing. I actually will put it on the closet in my room. I'll put it in the shelf in the closet.
I don't know if I would make it an hour now.
No, I'm not going an hour. If it's still in the room, you're gonna go over there and get it and reset the timer over and over.
Somebody gotta watch TikTok.
Right. Erica said, while we got TikTok, somebody gotta watch.
TikTok's not gonna watch itself. It needs me.
Listen, an hour away from my phone, I'll be crashing out like Leah, boy.
Now y'all know I do read first thing in the morning just so I don't break my Kindle streak. When I do that, I don't mess around, because in my head I'm like, just knock out a chapter, let's go. And most of the time that's at like 5 a.m. So I am pretty focused at least that morning read where I get my chapter in on the Kindle app. But the rest of the day, I'm thinking of a million things. I'm clicking stuff. I'm researching, like if they mention a restaurant in the book or whatever. Like I'm all over the place. I don't know that I could commit to putting my phone away for an hour.
See what damage those phones have done to us.
But I don't feel bad because I've read 52 books this year.
But you in denial.
Because I read. That's the thing. I don't watch TV. I'm not a content creator. I don't focus on how much anybody else reads. I mean, what more do you want from me? I read 52 books. But I know TikTok stuff. I know all the TikTok lingo. But I learned so much over there. I love it over there.
And it's funny. It's good, like comedic relief too. And it's just especially during these times, like it's fun to see how.
Yeah. But I do miss, like, I've always been an avid reader. And especially before kids, I would get a bag of sunflower seeds and find a comfortable spot, and I would go hours getting lost in a book. And
Wow.
I read a lot of Black literature because I used to go to the library and there was a Black librarian, and I was like maybe about 17, 18 years old. And she said to me, I notice every time you come, you get a Black author. And she handed me a list. She said, don't tell anybody, but I've been compiling a list of Black authors. And she said, so when I see people who come in and get their books, I try to give it to them, but they don't want me to. And I saved this piece of paper for years, like all through college. I just went through and was able to read so many, but I would go to the library, get a stack of books, stop at the store and get my sunflower seeds, and I could just sit and read for hours. And I do kind of miss being that committed to it.
Yeah.
I think about them sunflower seeds, eating sunflower seeds for an hour, my mouth would be hot
Oh,
and salty.
That's a whole
my
lot of
mouth would be
patience.
raw. My feet was swollen out. So I don't eat them now, but back then,
Yeah.
oh, me and my sunflower seeds, I used to feel like it made me read faster. And I would read for like hours at a time.
That's hilarious. I love that.
And when I lived in Philly, they had a Black bookstore downtown when I was in college. And every time I got a little bit of money, I'd go, and we had little cards, like if you bought so many books, you got points. And there was a B. Dalton Books, and I think another one, like physical bookstores. But me and my friends, we would be like counting down the days till books got released. Like we were hooked.
And them being hooked on drugs.
Right.
True, because it could have been that.
Spending
It
our
could
money
still
on
be that.
People say that all the time. When they look at my books, they say it could be drugs.
Yep.
Too funny. If anybody's looking for another good like devotional journal, 100 Days to Believing Bigger, I got that one for this year and it's actually been pretty good. So
You got that one. Wait, yeah, you got that one for me too, I think.
did you for
Last year when life was
you had that on your list of things?
Mhm.
It's good though. I bought it for myself this year and because I was like, I need something to just, and it has like a little snippet and then you have a journal entry and then it has a prayer on there too. So it's good.
The pivot year is a good one too. I'm reading that one this year, so I just read a page a day. I think it's good for a year, I
It's
believe.
called the Pivot Year.
The pivot year. Mm-hmm. Brianna Weiss. Yeah.
Okay. I see it now. Yeah.
Jess, when you mentioned Ayanla, I was like, I low-key want to revisit some of her books. Her devotionals were really, to me, they were really good. Like
That 40 day, I said I could call it 40 days. That is not the name of the book. It's called One Day My Soul Just Opened Up, but it's 40
days.
principles.
Is that the one I did a promotion with her
Yeah.
for? Okay, because I'm like, I couldn't even remember what that was. Yeah.
But
Okay.
it's a 40-day one, and each day is a principle. It's kind of like this, and it might be 3 or 4 pages for each one. And she's like, spend 20 minutes on this, and that's where I got my 20 minutes from. And then I've just kind of tried to keep up with at least the 20 minutes in each of those books every day, or whatever, whatever the book is for the day. That was pretty good. Even as I'm reading through it and thinking
about
that Iyanla versus the Iyanla we've seen, not on my watch, all of her stuff, but it was still
Don't be a gutter snipe.
It was still good, good stuff.
Yeah.
I like her for entertainment a whole lot.
Yeah.
Those fix my lives. I used to watch those like I watch Hoarders, like, ooh, I'm doing way better than they doing.
But when you think she has a memoir, right? I'm almost certain I read her memoir. Ayanla went through it.
She talks about it in that book. She talks about the things she's been.
Yeah, I could remember all the books that I've read. She has an interesting life. Like, girl, you a whole lawyer. What?
Yeah, she talked a lot about her life in each of those 40 days. I think she married the same man twice at some point.
That's right.
Oh Lord.
Yeah.
Did you say a lawyer?
Yeah, she's a lawyer.
Oh, okay.
And then didn't she go to law school like after she had her kids? She had kids, one of her kids young.
Very young.
It-
Yep, like 15,
yeah,
16.
Wow.
Mhm.
yeah. That's what I'm saying. She has lived a life. That's why she putting their head in that dirt.
Beloved.
I forget all about that one. Oh.
Kim, what you
Hilarious.
over there eating? I know I'm calling you out.
Pecans.
Snacking on
Um,
something over there. It looks good.
I didn't have dinner, so
Yeah, you still working, huh?
yeah, my kids are testing today, like a practice test.
Yeah. Fun.
Girl.
Good stuff. Y'all ready for the Super Bowl?
No.
I'm ready for the performance. That's what I'm excited about. I don't care about the teams.
I'm tired of Kansas City.
Kansas. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, I'm tired of y'all. So it's gonna be go Eagles.
Well, especially after
I do
the
not
comments
understand the
today.
Chiefs hate. I don't get it. I don't understand why people don't like Patrick Mahomes. I will never ever root for the Eagles. But I don't understand what Patrick did. Was that man gets out there, he slings the ball, he sounds like Kermit. He doesn't do anything.
He's
No,
married to
I
that
don't
Everybody's
girl.
hate
awful.
him. I'm
I mean,
just
everybody around him is awful, including his parents. But Patrick is just like this little waffle colored, innocent little thing, and people are so mean to him. I
I
feel like
know.
Patrick Mahomes reminds me of Steph Curry. Like, how could you hate him?
He
But
needs
I
a
don't
new
people are being
girl.
hate
so
him. I don't
mean.
dislike him. I'm just ready for somebody else to be in the Super Bowl that's not them.
Yes,
I
Yeah,
feel
that's
like
where
I feel like
am.
if they
Definitely.
balling, I like it.
And I know it's gonna lead to seeing Taylor Swift on the big screen, on the Jumbotron a
But
hundred
we're gonna
times.
see
But
her
I know it comes
anyway.
with them being in the Super Bowl, so that's kind of why I'm like, okay, y'all can go to circus.
Eagles fans are going to be absolutely insufferable.
So
There
they
is
had
not
a
a worse fan base on the planet.
they had a
I
post
hate
on
them.
one of the New Orleans Instagrams had a how to deal with Eagles fans. It was like 8
Uh,
slides.
Like,
They're obnoxious.
I went to college in Philly. Back when I was in college, that's when they used to have Eagles jail. There was a judge named Seamus McCaffrey, and he would have court, and they had a room set up in their stadium because their fans are so belligerent. They would get arrested during the game, and they would actually have a jail cell and a court in the stadium.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Like that, they are the worst fans.
Erica, you think they're worse than we are?
It's about to
Yes,
I'm
say.
gonna say,
because
I know
we don't
y'all
have the
Cowboys
history.
fans.
I'm
and
glad to
But
Saints
that's
hear
the
it.
thing.
fans.
Like,
I
That's
know
it,
y'all both on here,
Renee.
but
Cowboys
Cowboys fans and
won.
Saints fans are worse than me.
That's it,
But the
Renee.
I'm
Cowboys
so
got
glad to hear
Lombardies
that.
But
though.
Amy, no, rise up. Amy, see, I got a fellow Falcons fan, but man, them damn
Right.
Saints
Like,
fans and
I
them
mean,
Cowboy fans,
Cowboys fans can be a little hard to take,
a
but
little.
at least they got 5 Lombardies. The
They still
Eagles
Well,
be
fans
talking about
they
championship
have their
win and
one.
stuff. We
Like
won
they
this.
are insufferable. And like me being such a fan of the sport, I don't enjoy talking football with people who don't get it. And a lot
Yeah.
of Eagles fans don't have a good football IQ. So it's like y'all be saying the dumbest stuff and it doesn't add up to what's happening on the screen. Like I hate them.
The Lulu.
Not more than I hate the Ravens. Like I'll
I was about
probably
to
would
say,
be
I
like
don't
in
know
a
which
deep
ones you hate
depression.
more.
Yeah, because her
I
post
hate the
about
Ravens.
the hilarious.
You
I
hate the
hate the
Ravens more
Ravens
than the
from
Eagles?
I do. I hate the Ravens. I hate everybody in my division.
Mm-hmm.
But and what's funny is I don't even hate the
Yeah.
Eagles. I just don't want them to win the Super Bowl. I was fine with them winning all season.
But
I love
Glenn,
Devontae Smith. I will root for Smitty no matter what he's doing. I love him, but I don't want him to come home with a Lombardi this weekend. And they're hyping it up because he's from Louisiana. So everything is, oh, he's coming home to finally win. No, I don't want to see him on that stage.
but what
You
about
think about how obnoxious Kevin Hart is gonna be and Gilly, like, oh, Meek
Oh,
Mill, it's
Gilly
gonna
is
be
gonna be
terrible.
everywhere.
yeah,
Gilly
Kevin
shucking
Hart?
and jiving and embarrassing. I can't stand him. Like, oh, Eagles fans are terrible. And the way they're gonna tear the city up. Like they just they act like animals.
They used to that in New Orleans now. But
No, I
not
mean
in a
when
Philly
they're
kind of
going
way.
to tear Philly up for that
Oh,
parade, it's gonna be terrible. That like even when that kid died last week,
mm-hmm.
they normally prep and put butter or
Mm-hmm.
something
Great,
slippery on
yeah.
the poles because they know that the people are gonna climb the poles. So I was shocked that kid died because they normally prepare for that and grease the poles, but they just do such stupid things. Like they act like they never had anything before. And once upon a time, the Steelers and the Eagles were one team called the Steagles.
What?
And I won't even wear Steagles gear. Like, I hate when people be like, "Go Steagles." No, I am a Pittsburgh fan. You will never
I
see
know
me in
that.
anything
Learn something
Steagles.
today.
Yeah, there was a brief time where they were one team.
Wow.
Like,
The
way before our
Steagles
time.
don't even sound right.
But it's stupid.
The Steagles.
Have you, speaking of
I hate
teams,
them.
have you seen the kid who recited all of the NBA championship
Yes.
teams from current to
Wow.
the first
Yes.
one to get 100 on his final?
Yeah.
And he went backwards.
Went backwards. That was
It's
amazing.
crazy.
I
That's
love
great.
stuff like that.
It was really cool.
That's impressive. Have any of y'all watched any of the Diddy documentaries?
Mhm.
No.
No, I don't think I'm gonna watch.
The
I
one
watched-
on Peacock, I watched that. It's like a 2-hour movie. I didn't like that one, but the other one, is it the one that came on cable TV last week and it's on HBO Max or Max?
I saw that one.
That one was good. I like that. I
Okay.
think it's like 4 episodes or whatever. That one was good.
Okay,
I
I'll
heard
start
that
that
one was
one.
good.
Yeah, but I watched the one that was on Peacock and it wasn't.
There's one on
The
Tubi,
other
right?
one goes deep, like
Hey, Tubi.
I think there is one on
There's
Tubi.
one on Tubi. I was like, no, thanks. I don't want to see that.
I didn't know there were so many.
Yeah, the one that came on TV, it reminds me much of like when the R. Kelly one came out. It's along those lines. Like it's a lot of information, a lot of people coming out talking about it. It's from, his rise to where we're at now. So that one was informative. I like that one. So
Oh,
can
that
find
sounds
it on
Which
cable.
one? Which
bad.
one was that one? That
It,
last one?
I'll tell you in a second. Hold on.
Folks are capitalizing on the drama.
Diddy documentary. The Downfall of Diddy.
That's the one that's on
Watch it.
Max.
Yeah,
Okay.
You said it's 4 episodes.
I think something like
It's
that.
a little more than that. Like 5, I think I watched the 5th one.
Maybe. Yeah,
I
because the
think
5th one
maybe.
was his
Yeah.
assistant, and his assistant like tells everything.
Yeah.
Because his assistant has a lawsuit against him too, right? So it's a lot.
Mhm.
But, like they really get in there. But yeah, that one it came on TV. There is a few of them though. I'm looking now. Diddy, Summit to Plummet, Can't Stop, Won't Stop.
That's crazy. I did not know there was all these. I thought everything I was seeing was just one show.
There's 2
That
different.
was
The Diddy
good.
Downfall. I think that's Nightline did something. There's a bunch of them. But the one that I'm talking about, apparently that one was done by TMZ.
Mm.
In the downfall of Diddy,
TMZ don't miss.
in the downfall of Diddy, one of the women said, I can't remember their names and all that stuff, but she said she was dealing with him, and she said she was watching the R. Kelly documentary, and he came in for like a second and looked for a while, and then he said, yeah, there's a little bit of Diddy, there's a little bit of R. Kelly in all of us, and walked away.
Yep.
And she said, she was like, that's not true, but she
Right.
said it to herself. But
Yep.
yet she still dealt with him, right?
Yep.
Amazing.
Yeah, that one was good. I found there was a lot that I learned, and just people's personal experiences with him and working with him, and yeah. I mean, the one I watched on Peacock had that too, but it wasn't the same. Yeah, the other one was more on the R. Kelly documentary. Is more on those vibes, so it was good.
Maybe I like when I travel, that's usually when I watch TV at night. Maybe tomorrow I'll watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What y'all reading for Black History Month?
Too many books.
Everything.
I know. I've got like a whole list of stuff that I'm like February. I don't know how
I
I'm gonna
started Good Dirt today. It's really good.
Is it?
Mine came today.
Yeah,
I'm trying to
mine
figure
came
out.
today from the library.
Here
I'm
comes Nicole.
supposed to be reading it, but the McLean brothers have me in a chokehold. This is not Black
Akila,
History.
back up off my man.
No,
I'm reading Leland now. I've left Big South. I'm with Leland. I'm feeling Leland.
In a few days, I'm gonna.
That's a
In
good
a few
series.
days, I'm gonna start Harlem Rhapsody.
Yeah, that's on my list.
That's next. Yeah.
I need to find something on Libro so I'm trying to figure out which book. I have Good Dirt on Libro. So, and I might download Harlem Rhapsody. I'm just trying to figure out because I want to get that credit.
Credit with the 10 hours.
If y'all didn't see that,
Since you don't have to listen on Libro though.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know,
They're
it
doing
said
the
you can
honor
use any
system.
platform. It was an honor
Yeah, it's on the
system.
honor system, whatever platform. Yeah, you can
That post
listen
that
on
I
any
made?
platform.
You just fill out the form
said
and
at
send
any
it by the
platform.
19th, I think.
Yep.
Well, if that's the case, then I'm good.
Well, I would like to recommend Needy Little Things if anybody's looking for
I read
something to
that
read
one.
this month.
I downloaded
really
that
enjoyed
yesterday.
What kind of book is that?
It was kind of slow for me.
I just got that
You
one
know,
today.
it started slow and I was
Yeah.
hesitant because I don't like fantasy. But it
Me
grew on me. It really grew on me.
Did anybody read?
Pretty.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. Did anybody read The Sky Full of Elements?
No,
I
but I
read that.
purchased the book yesterday.
Who read it? Somebody
I
said
did.
You liked it?
Mika. I did.
I liked it also.
There are some parts that are a little strange, but I liked it.
All of it is a little strange because them white folks ain't going nowhere. They're gonna be here to the day we die to torment us.
Hilarious.
I decided not to read that. A couple people have asked me to read it because they want to talk to me about it. I'm like, Google it because I'm not reading it.
Why? Why?
Because absolutely not. That book would piss me off. Like just the way it's described. I'm like, oh no, miss me with that. I would never
Are you
read that.
thinking Nicola Yoon again?
Yeah, it gave me those sort of vibes, and I'm just like, this is not entertaining to me. For me, there's so many books, and I know what I do like. I'll choose to read what I like. Like I'm not reading that.
Yeah.
I'm also gonna recommend All the Blues in the Sky to you guys. That was excellent. I think it's Middle School by Renee Watson.
Oh yeah.
I think it's considered middle school level, but it is. The writing is phenomenal.
She's gonna be at Brave and Kind on Friday.
Oh yeah, I did get something from
in Brave and Kind Indicator.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm on their mailing list. I always miss the events. So.
Me too. And the owner is a friend, and I hate that I keep missing all the events.
We were talking about how this week in Atlanta there was an event.
Victoria was here last night, right?
Yeah, I passed out. I started to go, and I was like, "You're doing too much." I'm gonna see Imani tomorrow.
Where is she tomorrow?
The Carter Center.
She was at drive going from Gwinnett to downtown. I can't do it. I'm like,
I can't do it.
Yeah. Well, you know, that's literally up the street for me.
I know. I was like, if it was closer, I'd think about it. You know what I want us to try, guys, Atlanta people? I want us to go to one of those silent book club meetups.
I don't want to do that either.
Erica!
Take me somewhere.
Okay, Leah. Okay, Leah.
Sit around strangers and be quiet. Like,
but
no.
if we
Take
go
me to the
together,
bar.
we're not strangers.
We're right. We can make our
exactly like I
own.
want to talk to y'all. I don't want to sit and read with y'all.
I think what I've heard is like the first, like it's like a 2-hour event. So the first like hour is socializing and then you read for an hour. But we can leave and go get drinks afterwards or whatever. It's just like
I'm gonna be honest why I always say no. I had this one follower. She's very quirky. I think she's on the spectrum. And she kept inviting me. And I'm kind of like, no, I'm not going. And she was relentless. And I'm like, are you trying to make a dress out of my skin? Like, why do you keep trying to get me to come? And it just like, I was so taken aback that I was like, I'm not going. What if she's there? And so when I see them, I always be like, no, I'm not going.
So the one I attend on Monday nights, it's on Zoom. We read for an hour and then we do round robin. Each person talks about the book that they were reading. It builds your TBR list, and then we do a whole lot of, BS talking about whatever.
You do that every Monday?
Every Monday.
Oh, nice.
Oh, wow.
They have a boozy book fair around not far from me Saturday night. I said I might go, and there's like a there's a romance author who's going to be there, but she's not of the type of romance that I read, so I'm not buying her book, but I might go.
Well,
I just
Is
like,
it the
oh,
type that says the word cock? Is that what you
probably.
mean?
Probably. I was like, yeah, I'm probably gonna get her book. But I didn't even know there's a brewery like right around the corner. I was like, oh, well, okay. I might go. I might. We'll see.
and if you go and you don't like it, you can leave. They ain't gonna
Right,
make
I don't have to go
they ain't gonna
again.
make you stay.
That's true.
Mm-mm. Yeah. Yep.
I
So
also
Asia, you
I'm
said
checking.
the event you're going to is at the Carter Center.
The Carter Library, yeah.
Is
Right.
that like his official
Yeah, that's
center?
it.
I want to go. You know, I collect miniatures, and they could made a tiny door at the Carter Center. It's like a little tiny door. Do you know what the tiny doors
Yep,
are?
the ones that
ATL
are all
tiny
over
doors.
Atlanta. Uh-huh.
He was the last door that they installed.
Oh wow.
And it's like a little blue door. I think the blue is because it was Rosalind's favorite color, but the handles for the door are made of little peanuts. Like I want to see it so bad, but I never knew what
Are they done?
Carter Center was.
Oh,
Okay.
look, it's not for Moreland. And shoot.
Is it
I
ticketed?
hmm.
Is it a ticketed event? The
It,
one
it comes with a book, a signed book.
Oh, there's Bernice McFadden's gonna be at the
that's in March though, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Auburn Research.
Yes. And it's a which I'm
It's ticketed. I mean, it's free
I
tickets, but
got
you can
one.
get the
Yeah, it's on
book.
Eventbrite. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I got one.
Ticket and have one of y'all pick up my book. I just there's a breast cancer, like they're calling it Baddie Con, I think, but it's a cancer conference for geared towards Black women
I
here
love
at
that.
weekend. Yeah, and I have a friend that's coming in. She told me today, she was like, I bought my ticket. And so I was like, okay, if she buys her ticket, flies here for it, we've been on the journey together. I was like, okay, I'll
That.
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, that's cool. Y'all always get to do cool stuff. I'm sick of y'all.
It's not that you're not that far away.
Are you
I was
coming
about
to
to
the
say,
Black
and you
Romance?
always doing something.
Are you coming to the Black Romance Book Fest?
I'm coming to Black Romance
Is
Book
that
Fest.
in May?
It's
Oh,
May 30th.
It's like 31st. Is
Yes,
it?
Like Memorial Day
yeah.
weekend? Is
I
it
don't
Memorial
Yes,
Day
No,
weekend?
the
Memorial
know
Day
what's
weekend
going
weekend.
on
weekend
Friday, but
after.
Saturday, Sunday for sure.
Okay.
Well, it's the weekend after Memorial Day.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yes.
All right.
Yeah, my boss just announced that the governor's valedictorian reception will be on the 31st. I'm like, not gonna be there. Sorry.
Wow.
I gotta be on a panel, man. No, not happening. I'm gonna miss this.
Did they tell you what night you're speaking?
oh yeah.
Not yet. I'm assuming it's gonna be Saturday. That's just my guess. The one with Jasmine. I don't know. I think there's two of them that I'm doing, but I'm assuming, but they haven't sent anything out.
So they should start letting y'all know,
I
Where
probably.
was
is
about to say,
it?
yeah, I need
And
a
I need to
schedule.
I need more information because I'm like, I'm gonna have to reread her books. I'm definitely gonna read the new one that comes out in a month or two, but yeah, I gotta like refresh.
Where is it?
It is what is it?
I guess I
I
need to.
forgot the hotel.
Is it Oh, it's at a hotel. Is
In
it down
Buckhead.
like by the airport?
It's in Buckhead.
Oh, okay.
I guess I need to go ahead and get me a room. I forgot about that.
I
And a
need to get a
flight.
ticket.
Shoot, I forgot about that part. I gotta get out there. Only well, I'm saying, well, I might drive though because I'm gonna be in Birmingham, like on the 4th through the. So I'm like, I'm just gonna stay.
I just where is it? I'm trying to look at the.
Oh, the JW Marriott in Buckhead.
I'm not staying at that hotel because them prices right now were crazy. And I was like, I could be a little bit down the road and be way cheaper. So
I had to tell the owner of Baldwin last night, I am so proud of you and all these like Tia
that
Williams is gonna be there tomorrow. Imani was there last night. He's got a bunch next week. Tamika Mallory's gonna be there. I'm like, you are hitting it for us because we never until he opened, we would rarely get authors like that.
offers too. Yeah.
I say we, Baton Rouge ain't getting none, but but it's close enough, you know. But I did find out today we're getting a new small bookstore. It's not Black owned, but I'm gonna give it a shot. It's called TBR Books and Tea. I was like, oh, that's kind
Wow.
of cute. And the
Cute.
girl already has a podcast where she talks about books and tea. I was like, okay, so it's woman owned. That's good. And I'll try to, because there's a husband and wife, Red Stick Reads. I think that's our only independent bookstore in Baton Rouge. And
Wow.
then now, so then there will be two, but we still don't have Black owned. So I have to go to New Orleans for that. But so I'm like, okay, I'm excited. Oh, there's another. Y'all have Second and Charles. Y'all ever heard of that? It's like secondhand. They have most of those.
Yeah, we have them we have one in
Y'all
Columbia.
have that? Okay, they have that. I ain't even been to it because I feel like their Instagram is just full of those little Funko head things. I'm like, well,
Yeah,
y'all
and
have books?
that's the only reason why I go there.
I'm like, do y'all actually have books or y'all just sell
They
that?
do have books, but
Okay.
I go for the pops.
For the pops, okay.
Love Funko Pops.
Yeah, Bernice is gonna be here in March too.
I saw somebody go to the bookseller. I don't know if y'all Atlanta folks. It's in
I saw a post about that today. It looks
LaShawn. If you
nice.
follow LaShawn, then you probably saw it. She posted it the other day, but it's Black woman owned cafe and bookstore, and it's in Conyers. So
Why I haven't gone there yet, I cannot even tell you because
I
I tried.
know.
It's nice.
Let's
Huh?
plan a field trip because I need to get out of the house.
It's
Good
nice.
night,
It's an old
Bernadette.
house.
Bye,
Bye,
Bernie.
Bernadette.
Bye.
Yeah,
Bye.
I wish this trip tomorrow wasn't a turnaround so I could go see some of
Hang
this
out.
stuff. Yeah, I mean, we're going straight to Macon. Like, we got a van and
Oh
all.
wow.
We're going straight to Macon, and the thing is starts at like 9 Friday. It's a discovery day. They have a Lane Center for Racial Equity. I'm like a
Yeah.
university that's still doing racial equity. That's great. We're gonna take advantage of it while we can. We're doing a discovery day with them and talking about policy advocacy, all that kind of stuff. And then they have like a simulation, and that's over at like 1:30, and we get right back to the airport. So I'm barely there.
Real quick trip.
Yeah, it's a blip.
Yeah. Man. Fun. Yeah, there's a lot of things I want to do. I just don't like leaving the house.
That I don't like spending. Listen, everything costs.
You gotta save for these
Hey,
eggs,
and listen,
honey.
in this economy too, right now, with everything's going up, I'm like, no. I didn't think I told y'all that we quit softball. So I've just been,
Oh,
No.
oh yeah, we quit back in October. So it's been a long story short, and I know this is going on the internet, so I'm trying not to say too much, but
stop
and I'll
recording.
Not recording. Book discussion's
we're
done
gonna
anyway.
end. Hang on.
Announce this book and then turn this off.
Okay, hang on.